Hello, hello, I'm Kads, and welcome to today's video. So today, as the title and thumbnail suggest, we are going to be opening our Soul Stones. I talked about the potential for this to happen in my free-to-play review of the Adventure Deck of Fate. You can check that out in the card up above if you want to see my full take on that. But I have concluded my Advent of Champion training, so we have 16,500 points in terms of champion training, and I decided that I'm close enough to do the rest of it with the amount of soul stones that I have. So we are going to be maxing out the Adventure Deck of Fate. Now, as I mentioned in that free-to-play review, I'm not too concerned with, getting all of the glyphs and whatnot. They're kind of a nice bonus here, but mostly I'm just interested in taking advantage of the fact that we do have the boosted rates in the Altar of Souls here. So as you can see here in the info tab, we have a 2x chance for 5 and 6 star perfect souls from Mortal Soul Stones, and then a 2x on 6 star perfect souls from Immortal Soul Stones. So we're going to be pulling those two Soulstone types today. And the way that I math this out, I have to pull 200 mortals and then only 6 immortals, which is great. That's like a third of the amount of immortals that I have, and obviously mortal soul stones are kind of a dime a dozen, at least for me in the end game, and so pulling less than half of my stack is definitely worth it. Hopefully. We'll see if I eat those words, but it should be worth it in the end, because again, we're just taking advantage of the boosted rates. In terms of the wish list, I have updated it since the last time, but we've moved Siphi on to the legendary spot. We have Artak in the mix, and we have Ninja in the mix, the latter two being more PvE focused, but I would like to get 3-star, 5-star ideally for Brimstone, just so it can speed up some of my more regular dungeon runs. And then Siphi, she is the next champion that I plan to purchase my way through Soul Essence to get her to 6-star. But if I get a head start, she's currently at 3. If I get to 4, 5, or 6 just by sheer luck, that could save me a lot of essence. The epics are unchanged, but we have Suai, Firstborn, Genbo, and Basher, and then the rares have never changed, because I've never gotten anything above, I think, 4-star for any of these rares. So we'll see if we can change that today. And then as a bonus, as I always mention, I'm still in the market for any level of soul for my Star Sage Galathier. So woe is me, first world problems, but nonetheless, he is still base form on him. He has no blessing at all whatsoever. So even a 1-star, I would definitely take it. HP would be helpful for him for his survivability. So without further ado, let's dive into the Soulstone Summons here, starting off with the 200 mortals, and we're gonna have to make some space along the way. So let's get it cracking. I do expect to get a lot of bad stuff along the way, but again, the idea here is that we have a relatively high sample size, 200, so that we should get a couple of good things along the way ideally. So 4-star Gruckus, that's an upgrade for him. 6-star Alaric the Hooded, do not use him, but nonetheless, it's a that's a 6-star soul. So hey, that's nice, I guess, question mark. I don't know. I wish that was someone I actually cared about, but if it's someone from the wish list, that would have been fantastic. A 6-star on one of them, that would have been great. Oh well. But yeah, this is definitely more like what I expect. Oh, then we hit the wish list and it's a 1-star. 5-star rare. 3-star Feedy, one of the new lizard men, I believe, Void Legendary, who I do not have, so we're definitely not too excited about that one in particular. Tree Shield not. I think I have him at 2-star. Ooh, hey, we got one from the wish list, and it's 6-star Ninja Souls. That's absolutely fantastic. That's way better than I expected. So decision time. I've seen a lot of people run, if they get the 6-star on the Ninja, they actually do run Crushing Rend instead, because you get a lot of bonus damage from that. So I might have to think about what I want to do with my Ninja. But hey, this session was already worth it. No matter what else happens from the rest of the Soul Stones, getting a 6-star legendary from the wish list is definitely worth it. And the 4-star for our rare here is also pretty darn good. Help Run Sprite for Amius, more specifically. So a little bit more tankiness in form too for that. Wow, that's actually pretty darn nuts. We'll definitely have to stop here or pause here, because we do need to awaken him and update the wish list. But he goes all the way from 1-star to 6-star. That is absolutely crazy. Starting it off hot here. Like I said, I do expect everything after this to kind of be lower tier, but yeah, I'll have to see. I kind of like the idea of having the guaranteed brimstone, but we'll see if Crushing Rend makes more sense. I don't know where exactly I'm going to test that. Maybe Chimera, I might be able to test him out and see if he's a little bit more potent now with the potential for 6-star crushing rend and whatnot. But yeah, that's interesting to say the least. All right, so Ninja is most certainly coming off of the wishlist. 6-star is the highest you can get, of course. And in his spot, I'm going to put Nishak Verminlord because he is recently equipped with my Arachne Elixir, so having a higher tier of lethal dose could be pretty fun in the arena. So we'll slot him in and keep it going here. We still have to get through the first set of I think 50 is how much space I have in my soul collection or whatever. But yeah, we're going to keep it going here. We still have a ton of them to go. Mythical? No, it's a 1-star our base, not the one we're looking for. I think I have a higher tier soul for our base. 2-star for Basher is lower than what he has. Same thing for Samson. So now we have hit the space limit, so I'll make some space and jump back into set number 2. Actually, real quick before I sell off everything that we are going to use to make some space, it turns out that this is actually my second 6-star soul for Alaric the Hooded, which is kind of crazy. Definitely going to sell the duplicate. We don't need both. But yeah, what are the odds of getting the exact same epic 6-star in 2 different sessions? That should be fairly low given the sheer amount of champions in the game, but who knows? So set or batch number 2, let's get it cracking here, starting off with the fresh 10 pop here. Like I said, my expectations are a lot lower now than before, so I'm definitely satisfied. That's getting a 6-star soul is pretty amazing. So 1-star Lysandra, do not have her. Hit the wish list on Hellborn, but it is a 2-star. I'm not too excited about that. 4-star for Corpse Collector. Don't really know what she does. I don't really think she's useful, not even for like Cursed City. 1-star in Doom Priest, that's lower than where she currently is on my account. Legendary 2-star Loki, that is useless because they gave us a 5-star for him, so that one's going to be sold as well. 2-star Fodbor, 2-star Fenshi. I believe both of those champions are higher than 2-star at the moment. And I guess in terms of epics overall on my account, I wouldn't say all of them have at least like 1 level of awakening. That would be like an overstatement, but a decent amount of them have at least 1-star just from, you know, sessions like these. 5-star legendary for a Diamond Copper Coin, I believe is his name. 5-star rare for Rock Beast. Don't have him. Void legendary once again. So I guess banked for the future, potentially, maybe, but who knows. Void legendaries, there are definitely plenty that I will probably never get. 1-star Grisor Iron Gut, another Void legendary who I don't have, so that is good, I guess, if I ever get him, but not that exciting in terms of this session. And looks like we're out of room, so we're gonna make some more space. All right, 80 soul stones down, round 3. Here we go. Let's see if we can continue our luck or streak of average luck here. Definitely kind of toned down since the beginning. Another wish list rare, but it is a 3-star. The 4-star is the highest so far. I guess I kind of asked for that, huh? I did mention that we haven't gotten above a 4-star for the rares for the wish list. Now I can say we haven't gotten above a 5-star. 1-star for Yannicka. I believe that is exactly where she currently is. We get some lag here. Does that mean it's just lagging because we're going to get the 6-star mythicals and stars? Wait. Oh, hey, that's not bad. 5-star for Toshiro. Obviously, I don't have him, but nonetheless, pretty good if I ever do get him. Prava. I think that's the new demon spawn champion. That the new one? Yeah, the new Demon Spawn healer chick. Obviously don't have her. And then 2-star for Bells the Reckoner, the guaranteed that I did not do last year during that deck of fate. He definitely did not feel like a champion that I wanted to use. 4-star Dark Elhain, that is an upgrade for her, I believe. So that's crit damage, so she's going to hit a little bit harder. Crushing Rend is what I believe I have on her. 2-star, so I think that's exactly where she is. And then the rares, once again, not that exciting. All right, let's keep it going. Second to last batch here. We got space for another set of 50. That should bring me up to a grand total of 160. And then we do 40 more pulls, and then we will have hit the 200 mark. 6-star at least, but it is a rare who is not on the wish list. Unfortunate. We got 2 other rares that are on the wish list, but we did not hit the one with the 6-star, unfortunately. 1-star for Sulfurion. We're just hitting a lot of Void Legendary Souls here today for champions that I do not have. But, you know, hey, Incinerate for my imaginary Sulfurion could be pretty darn amazing. More lag. Okay, last time this gave us a 5-star Toshiro Soul. So maybe this is the secret Galathyr Soul popping out here. The mythical. No? Bunch of rares. You'll love to see it. 6-star rare at least, but not for someone useful. Hey, 6-star Siege Hulk. That's good. That's definitely an upgrade for him. Crushing Rend is probably what I have, or maybe I have Cruelty on him, but I might change that to Crushing Rend now with the 6-star, so that's good. He's like a Faction Wars Curse City style champion, so he's just going to hit a lot harder. So we'll take that. Legendary Soul, another legendary that I don't have is Arguna, one of the more underwhelming recent additions to the game. I think she's an orc, if I'm not mistaken. Bunch of rares and unexciting epics, unfortunately. Next set here, what are we going to get? 1-star. 5-star Wiranon. Okay, that's useful. Maybe Faction Wars hard mode. She is a reviver, but also Tree Shield Knot is kind of just arguably better. So I don't really know if that's going to come into play, but nonetheless, it is a better soul for her than she already has. I think she's currently at 4, so it is an upgrade in this case. This should be the 5th 10-pop mythical, and it's a 1-star Frolny. Unfortunate. I believe my Frolny currently is at 1 or 2 stars. Oh, another mythical, and it's another Toshiro. Okay, we get to sell that one as well. With the 5-star Toshiro is definitely the one staying here. 4-star for Cold Heart, though. That might be an upgrade for one of the Cold Hearts. But yeah, last set after this one. Let me make some more space. All right, last set. Here we go. 40 more to go, and then we will have opened 200 mortals. Then we have 200 mortals, 6 immortals to go after that, and then we should be able to flip all of the cards in the Deck of Fate. Double 6-star, but unfortunately it is rares. But nonetheless, hey, we'll take it. I guess it's more coins to be earned from that. 2-star Ricked Off the Bold. I do have him, but I've never used him. But that might be 0 to 2 stars on him if I ever do need to use him. Guess it's better to have it than not have it. 5-star rare on an ogre or a jailer. Oh, I forgot his name. 1-star Basher, unfortunate. Not an upgrade there. 2 more 10 pops to go. And let's see what else we can get here at the last possible second. 2-star Cold Heart. Not much, sure, not exciting there. 1-star Hospital, nothing exciting there. Legendary Knave of Hearts. Okay, another legendary that I do not have. We'll add that to the pile. 1-star Suai is unfortunate. I really hope they get like a 4-star for her at least from this session. But okay, now you're just mocking me. All right, I see how it is. RNGesus. Another legendary here, 2-star Yannicka. Hey, there we go. Maybe that is an upgrade for her. She went from 1-star to 2-star, and then there we go. The last 10 pop there. So that should be perfectly 200 mortals summoned for this session. So we'll call it on those. That is all said and done. And then I should have 7-ish spaces so we can dive straight in because we have 6 immortals to go. So let's see what we can get from these. Now last time these were very, very good in terms of getting me epic souls, so let's see if we can continue the streak here. 5-star Kitus. I mean, it is an epic soul, but it is definitely not one from the wish list. Last time I think I got Whisper 6-star and then Ruella 5-star. Ooh, a mythical. Okay, and it's Gizmak, who I believe is either at 2 or 3. I hope he's at 2 because then getting him to 3 is an upgrade, which is better for his Incinerate blessing. So that is good. We'll actually take that. Infernal Baroness. Unexciting. Not exciting on that one. So 3 more to go. A rare. Oh, well, I guess we're over the hump of RNG here. 3-star Cold Heart. Bummer. We got a 4-star earlier, so that is worse. That one. 2 left. Another epic from the wish list, and it's a 3-star Visionary. Not good. And then the last immortal for the day is going to be a rare. Unfortunate. 3-star Prosecutor. And so with that should have gotten us all the way out to 40,000 exactly. Yes, in the Adventure Deck of Fate. I think there's a slight overshoot, but I had some champion training to wrap up there to get the last little, or slight undershoot, I should say. There was a little bit of champion training I had saved in order, just in case my math was off. So we are now at 40,000. So we can dive into the card flip section of the video. So once again, refreshing my memory here that we have 18 common cards, 13 rare, and 9 epic. So ideally, we get most of the epic cards before we get all of the rare cards. And if we kind of divide this up Looks like there's about 2 epics per row, I believe, because there's five rows. Yeah, about 2 epics per row. So we'll kind of go off of that and try to find as many of the epics as possible. We do have the pinning sequence here, and ideally we don't bust through all of the rares along the way. Now, I do know some people say that you know, you don't there's no like real way to tell exactly what's underneath the cards, and that could be the case. Like, it may not matter where you click, it might just be a predetermined order, but you know, that's something we'll never really see because it's under the hood of the game. So I choose to believe that my choices do matter, but let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you think that it's already preset whatever you're going to click and it doesn't really matter, or do you think the cards in the deck are randomized, and thus when you actually click it does matter? So curious how you guys feel about that aspect. But if we can get lucky here, we could get a cheeky triple blue. That would be pretty ideal. Hopefully we don't hit an epic card along the way. Ooh, nerve-wracking here. We're trying to find, hey, we got it, sweet. And we get a glyph. Cool, accuracy glyph, 6-star epic, we'll take it. So that's great. That's one of the triplets of the rare cards. So I highly doubt we're going to get another triplet of rare, just because we're going to start pinning the epics fairly soon, if I had to guess. Yeah, immediately, apparently. So that's probably the only triple rare we're going to get, but nonetheless, hey, we'll take it. Goodness for that one there. Some energy here. Now we're hunting for all of the epic cards, ideally without getting a bunch of the without hitting a bunch of the rare and uncommons. And so far, okay, there's the second one. Not hitting that many. We're on the hunt. We're on the hunt. There we go. There's our triple epic, guaranteed 1 out of 3. So legendary defense, I believe, or HP. I forget. I don't know the glyphs by the symbols, unfortunately. So now we definitely want to try and find another epic. Okay, we'll take that one. We'll pin that again. We are guaranteed to get 3 triple epics, just because of the pinning feature, and there being 9 cards or 9 epic cards in the deck. And so ideally, we just find them all before we bust through all of the rares and the uncommons. But that could be pretty tough to do, because of course they are the minority of the cards in the deck. And so far we are just striking out. Okay, there it is. There's the 6th one, and this time we get an attack glyph, 6-star legendary. We'll take that one. So we have, I mean, 6 out of 9, so there's 3 more epic cards somewhere. And I guess they're most likely down here. No, that's a rare. Okay. I don't think this is going to matter, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 rares so far. Well, there is a chance. 9 out of 13. There's a chance that we can get the 2 rares before the 1 epic, but I am not banking on that happening here. Yeah, we hit the epic. Okay, we got to pin that one. So now we are definitely on the hunt. We just need to find the last 2 epics. Legendary tome, we'll take that one, and rare, rare, and uncommon. Oh no, rip. This is the last streak. Oh, it's literally the last card. Unfortunate. But there we go. Guaranteed 3 for 3 streak on the epic cards. We'll take it. Another attack 6-star legendary glyph. But yeah, there we go. There is the entire deck of Fate completed. The second time I've completed an entire deck of Fate, and I definitely don't have any complaints from this particular session. We got, you know, all of these rewards. We got all of the epic streak, and we got a ton of energy as well. I got to burn that pretty darn quickly here. But yeah, the highlight for the day is definitely the 6-star ninja. So I do have currently Nature's Wrath on him. I might keep that. I might test him, see if Crushing Rend is a little bit better. I think it still is at the 6-star level. I think Nature's Wrath is better when you're 5-star and below. It's probably going to cost gems to do it, but it might be worth it to test him out, Crushing Rend, see what he can do. But that's definitely the highlight for the day. I mean, alongside that, though, he's not outside of the vault, but I think we also got 6-star for Siege Hulk. He's somewhere in here, somewhere near the top, I guess. Or actually, no, he's not near the top, because he's not fully empowered. There he is. There's a 2-star. So yeah, he has cruelty on at the moment, but you know what? Let's just do it live here. We'll change this one to Crushing Rend. I typically run cruelty on my anyone or any of my champions who plays decreased defense, but if there is specifically an epic who's a DPS, then I will opt for a Crushing Rend if I can actually get them out to 6-star, which is rare. But when it does happen, we'll take it, and we'll take advantage of that, so we get to ignore a lot of defense. And I guess while I'm here, I wanted to do Fodbor, the Bard, because he will be important this upcoming weekend when I will be trying my last try in the Cursed City to see if we can get 101 stages complete for the first time ever. So cruelty on him. Yeah, tune in on the stream on Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube and or Twitch if you do want to see if we can manage to pull that off. But yeah, once again, cannot complain. Definitely happy with getting a 6-star legendary from the wish list, and so we'll just take that. And we still have a decent amount of soul stones for if something happens to pop up in the near term. Still have, you know, almost 300 mortals. Again, this is me saving for a very, very long time. This is not how much I've earned since the last time we've done this, because that was like a month ago. So I just happen to have a lot of Immortal Soul Stones, and I still have a decent amount of stockpile there. We did get a lot of Immortal Soul coins from this session. I believe somewhere around like 8,000 or so. So 8 more potentially. But yeah, I have 40 Immortals effectively in terms of coins and the Soul Stones themselves. I still plan, or I'm still working towards a couple of champions trying to get their souls from the merchant up to at least 4-star, and so I'll probably still be holding on to this, but after that I probably can start converting all of these into soul stones themselves. So all right, that brings us to the end of the video. Let me know in the comment section down below if you were pulling your soul stones for this boosted rates, or were you opting to skip the entirety of the Deck of Fate, which is probably what I normally would have done, but the circumstances kind of yielded it to it making sense given the amount of soul stones that I was sitting on prior. As always, if you did enjoy this video, then be sure to hit that like button down below. It really does help out the channel. And also feel free to hit the subscribe button down below if you're enjoying the content overall on the channel for more content just like this one in the future. Thanks for watching and have a good one.